Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is our 8-week bump date, and I think I am just in shock that I get to keep doing these and we're already up to 8 weeks. That is so wild. That is so wild. I am about to hit and turn over to 9 weeks, and so I wanted to share with you what I have experienced this 8 weeks of pregnancy. So for those of you who are new and don't know a little bit more about our story, we have a miraculous pregnancy that you can hear a little bit more about our story, a lot more details in our 5, 6, and 7 week bump date. But a little brief history is that we were able to conceive miraculously through IVF after 7 years of infertility. And so I am sharing every week of kind of what I've experienced in pregnancy, for partly for my memories, to know kind of what this was like after so many years of thinking I was never going to experience pregnancy. And also for those of you who might be pregnant or excited to be pregnant or remember being pregnant and want to reminisce or look forward to or wonder if your cravings, your symptoms, all of your pregnancy, everything is maybe something that somebody else has experienced. So I'm going to share my experience with you guys. So my girlfriend convinced me to get this, and because Philip and I, my husband and I, are on our computers a lot for work, and because we're traveling in our RV and traveling around the country, she said, well, you don't know how many of those big power plants and things that you're going to be driving past. And so I figured I would just splurge and get it anyways, especially for the computer. I figured we would just use it all the time, even after pregnancy, just to protect ourselves. She was saying that they only test a computer to be 20 inches away from you for radiation protection. So anywho, if you are into that kind of thing, I got this belly armor. I think you can get it on their website, but I just got it on Amazon. But I got this to wear over my belly while we are working, while I am on my phone, and while we're driving around. But as the weeks go along, I will share a lot more of the products and items that I have found helpful or useful or maybe not necessary. And so maybe that'll be helpful for you guys. And then as the weeks go along, I will add all those products to our Amazon shopping list. We have an Amazon favorites that we link just in every video, and you can kind of see the different things that we use on a regular basis and our favorites. And I will have an entire baby section where you can find items that maybe you want to try as well. So my cravings this week have kind of, I would say, gone away, in the sense where I just eat what sounds good, but nothing that I feel like I really need to have, except for this week I really wanted Chipotle. And my husband obliged and got me Chipotle. And so that was my one craving that I had this week. And then I actually stopped drinking as much or almost any of my lemon water. I was adding lemon juice to my big thermo flask water. And so it was like super sour water every single time. And I was just over it for a little while. So I've just been drinking regular water this week, but not really any other cravings. So cravings come and go. In my 8th week of pregnancy, I haven't really had many cravings. So instead of cravings, I've felt a little bit more, I keep saying a little bit more sick, but honestly, I don't have morning sickness. I have yet to even come close to throwing up. I will have little waves of nausea, and it's almost like little roller coasters of nausea. Like maybe first thing in the morning when I wake up, I think, will someone go get me some crackers because I don't feel great? And it almost feels like this waves of like, oh, like, am I gonna be nauseous? Am I gonna feel sick? And then it goes away pretty relatively quickly, especially if I eat. I know some people will feel nauseated all the time, no matter what. They will feel sick because they ate. And so I feel good when I eat and the sickness goes away. But I learned something this week. So I am on prednisone for IVF. So that is a steroid. And they do that not for every single person who does IVF, but it is to make sure your body is not fighting off baby. So I'm thankful to be on it, but the only problem is that it's a steroid and it makes you more hungry. And so I think over the last few weeks, I have just been eating a lot every time that I feel nauseated or anything that sounds good. And so I would say if I could go back a little bit, maybe I would be a little bit more cautious of what I was eating. We were stranded a little bit from the RV, so we were eating out a little bit more. And so I can't decide if my next symptom, which is my bloating, which has gotten even more as the weeks have gone on, I don't know if that is more because I am eating a lot and I am just doing it to myself, or if my body's changing. But I thought I am pretty flat just as my baseline. If I carry any weight, it would probably be in like my legs and my hips. But my tummy stays flat. So I was thinking it would be flat until at least 12 weeks, if not maybe 16 weeks. But that hasn't been the case for me, which I guess I've been surprised and shocked and trying to be more just accepting, because this has been a dream and a miracle and a blessing that we never thought that we hoped, but we just didn't know if we would ever be pregnant and experience pregnancy. It's something that has been a little bit uncomfortable, but embracing it and accepting it, but also really wanting to be healthy. So I read an article a couple days ago on on a scale of 1 to 10, are you full to a 6, or are you full to a 3 where you need to eat some more, or are you full to a 10 where maybe you ate a little bit too much and you didn't need to eat that much? Because I think that's what I've been doing. I have been doing a good Thanksgiving meal every time something tastes good, and we've been traveling and we have friends around and we are eating very good food. So, I would say I do have one other craving. I have been craving salads. So I will have Philip go out and get some red leaf lettuce, and I will add my favorite salad dressing from a restaurant in Northern California. My favorite restaurant is called Soul Food for anyone who is in San Rafael, north of San Francisco. Oh, best Puerto Rican food ever. I love it, love it, love it. But they have the salad dressing, and it is lemon, oil, garlic, salt. That's it. But none of us in the family can figure out a way to recreate it, so it's my favorite salad dressing. My mom will give it to me for Christmas and my birthday, and I love it, and I will put that on some lettuce. So anytime I feel hungry, I feel like if I eat at least just a simple salad, it at least makes me feel good that I'm eating, but it is good for me, healthy. So trying to reach for the healthier things this week. So the one thing I haven't really touched on a lot is my napping schedule. I know a lot of people in pregnancy can feel really, really tired and just want to sleep all the time. I will have moments, and I would say a couple days a week I'll take a nap when my girls take a nap, or maybe my husband's being super wonderful and like 10 in the morning I say, can I go back to bed? And he says yes, and I go take a quick nap. And when I say quick, my quick naps are at least an hour. But I would say for the most part I haven't needed to nap. I've had not necessarily a whole bunch of energy, but I haven't been super exhausted where that I need to nap. Did I not finish what I was saying about prednisone? In case I didn't finish what I was saying, because apparently my brain is all over the place for pregnancy, the prednisone is supposed to help alleviate morning sickness. So even though I'm on the prednisone and it makes me hungry and I want to eat more, it alleviates the nausea or the morning sickness. So I am dealing with the extra bloating and wanting to eat more, but I don't have to deal with the morning sickness. But that bloating, I think, still has a lot to do with what we talked about at my 7-week bump date. The constipation is real. First trimester is so real. And I have talked to a bunch of friends who have been pregnant before, and they said, yes, that first trimester, it is a thing. And so maybe that's what's going on. It's just everything is moving nice and slow. But even though my intestine is moving nice and slow, I still have to wake up and pee probably a good 4 times a night. Maybe I'm not waking up 5 times a night. Maybe it's like 3 or 4 now. Maybe it's starting to slow down. Maybe. So symptom-wise, I definitely have the bloating, but I can still get my pants on, button them, wear them all day. So my jeans are definitely getting tighter, but I can definitely wear them. But I'm definitely seeing soon that I'm probably gonna wanna change my pants up a little bit. So a new symptom that I have not had yet, well, maybe I had moments of it, but this week I realized, hey, I think this is a symptom, is insomnia. There will be days where I just feel like I can't go to sleep and I wanna stay up until 2 in the morning watching a show. And then maybe I will wake up at 6 o'clock a few hours later, and I'm so hungry at 6 o'clock, then I wake up. And those are the days that I do ask, can I take a nap at 10 a.m. because I've only slept for 4 hours? I am a sound sleeper. Normally, the moment my head hits the pillow, I am out. Like, my husband will say, I don't understand. You literally just laid down. How are you already asleep? But since pregnancy, insomnia has been something that I'm starting to understand a little bit more, that going to sleep, or once I do wake up, maybe if I have to pee early in the morning, or I wake up and I'm hungry, I am awake. And normally I go right back to sleep. I look and see that it's 4:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and I say, no way, I'm going back to bed. But the insomnia plus the hunger has made my sleep schedule change a lot, but it hasn't been bad. I've been able to function and be fine. Some days I can sleep until 8 or 9 in the morning. So it just depends on the day, but insomnia is a new one. And then the other new one is heartburn, but I'm pretty sure I'm doing it to myself. I mentioned before that part of my cravings early on were hot sauce, and I've been eating a lot of hot sauce the whole time. I just love adding hot sauce onto everything. If anything can have hot sauce or even shouldn't have hot sauce, I add the hot sauce. And we went out for tacos this week, and I added a ghost pepper hot sauce. And it wasn't like a pure, complete hot sauce that was like the ghost peppers that are like mind-blowing, but it was like in like a little creamy sauce, but it was still really spicy. And to me, it didn't taste spicy at all. Like at all. And my husband tried it, and he was like, what are you talking about? And he loves spicy. He was like, this is so hot. That's my symptom, is that my taste buds have changed. My taste buds like don't realize that things are spicy. Is that a thing? Is that normal? I don't even know. So I love the spicy. I love hot sauce. And then if I have something super spicy, I just feel like, it's just a little bit spicy. It's not bad at all. But then comes on symptom heartburn. Welcome symptom heartburn. So the only problem is when I eat all that super spicy, delicious wonderfulness that just brings me so much joy and I love it so much, I will feel it later. Maybe a couple hours later, I will say, oh, maybe that food was spicy. My heartburn is going, quite pleasantly right up here. Goes away, it's fine. But if I don't want heartburn, maybe I shouldn't eat quite a spicy food. But the pleasure of eating spicy food is just so good. So I don't know, it's a trade-off. So another symptom that it hasn't been super enough where I have talked to my doctor about it, but maybe I should now that I'm saying it out loud, is that sometimes when I lay down at night, I can like feel my heart, like, I don't want to say pounding because it's not like race. Okay, so it's pounding, it's not racing, but it's just like I can feel it. So I don't know if that's partly because I'm making so much more blood flow, or if it's something that maybe I should you should always let your doctor know. Ask your doctor all your questions, but I definitely can like feel it's not every night, but there's been a couple nights where it almost feels like you maybe worked out a little bit and you can kind of feel your heart in your chest. That's kind of how it will feel when I lay down at night, just a couple times this week. So, I'll let you know next week how that's going. Oh, I have a symptom praise report. I'm no longer sweating through my pajamas every single night. I was waking up drenched last week. For those of you who missed our last bump date, I was so sweaty every night, every morning. Like, and then you kind of feel cold because you're sweaty and it's just not fun. I'm totally fine now. So I don't know if my hormones were just kind of went under this big, huge increase and my body was like, I'm hormonal, I'm gonna sweat through and make you just gross. But now I am comfortable to say that I can sleep in my pajamas and I'm no longer sweating, and I don't wake up, and my husband doesn't wake up saying, why are you so wet? No, I can't say that. My husband doesn't wake up and say, why are you dripping and sweating and gross and you need to go change your outfit? No, you need to go change your pajamas. That was all inappropriate. And then the fun symptom that I've been talking about for a few weeks is the constipation. It is still coming in hot, and so I didn't take magnesium last week because when I took it, it made me feel nauseous the next day, but I have noticed this week I just need to suck it up and just take it a little bit more on a regular, frequent basis because the constipation is not fun. And so, and I think I just need to do other things that would help, like get out, move around, exercise, and just kind of different things to help move a little bit more. And hopefully, I'll let you know next week if that has helped. Okay, and finally the best part of these bump dates is going towards the ultrasounds. So because I'm an IVF patient, I am seen every week for an ultrasound, just to have a really close eye on me. Back 7 years ago when we first tried to conceive, I was on a whole different spectrum, thinking that maybe I wouldn't even have ultrasounds until maybe just do a 120-week ultrasound. And so doing an ultrasound every week was not in the cards, not in the plan, but sometimes when life takes you and it's not necessarily according to your plan, you just have to go with it, smile, and say, it is what it is. But I do get a huge benefit of having an amazing, awesome ultrasound each week. And this week was probably the best, most amazing ultrasound I have ever seen, us ever experienced. So if you see, the first one is 3D because we went back to the OB's office and his machine is awesome. But the bottom one, you can see that baby is looking a little bit more like a gummy bear or a little, I don't know what you would call it, like just like a little person. It was so eye-opening and strange and miraculous of like, oh my gosh, like, wow, we are really progressing. Like, this is happening, guys. Like, this is actually happening. We are going to go all the way. We had a heart rate of 174, big, huge, strong, healthy heart rate for baby. And the most amazing part was that we saw baby move. So when we were doing the ultrasound, the doctor said, I'm not moving the ultrasound. That was baby that just moved. And so being able to see those little movements already of just like a wiggle was so miraculous and such a blessing. And we are so thankful that we have even gotten to this point. We know how blessed we are and we do not take it for granted. And for any of you who are still in the waiting game and wanting your miracle or waiting to get pregnant, or you've been trying to get pregnant for a long time and it's just not happening yet, I am with you. I hear you. I feel you. Your story matters, and I'd love for you to share it down in the comments if we have comments. If not, you can go find me on social media. I'd love to hear your story over there. But thank you guys so much for coming today and watching our 8-week bump date and seeing baby move and celebrating with us. And thank you guys for hitting that subscribe button and joining the family here. It means so much to me so I can make more videos for you guys. If you guys want to see more of this wiggle amazing ultrasound, you can go over to our vlog channel and go see it there. That's where you can kind of see more of our life and more of in the moment. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
I know you will always be the one.